So great to see you guys. I'm Ron. I'm the senior pastor here, and this last quarter, we're doing an initiative called Kingdom Challenge, and I've been here about 5 years, and in the last 12 to 18 months, I think our vision, our purpose, our mission as a community has really begun to crystallize, and it's really this idea that we want to be a transformational community in which we become disciples and we make disciples. And we want to see people fully in love with God. We want to see people with the character of Christ, and we want to see people on mission. And what we want to do as a community in this last quarter of the year is to celebrate what we've done these last 5 years and also begin to look to the future and to hopefully communicate all of our part in it. And of course, partly financial, and we hope for faithful giving, as many of you do, and we're thankful for that, but also heart, so that we're unified around a vision and that we kind of grab each other's hands on the battle line and take the land that we think the Lord has given us. And in light of that, what we want to do over the next couple of months is to look at the things that we have sought to reimagine in light of what we think the Lord is doing. And really, the first place we began to think through when I first came was worship. And Jameson is our worship pastor. And so, Jameson, think about the last, you've been here 4 years. Think about how it's been. What have been the challenges? What have been the wins?
So about 4 years ago this week, I moved here, and I was kind of the first step in stepping into a new reality. This new place that Calvary was going to reach the people around us, and I was kind of given the challenge to take Sunday mornings, as beautiful and as good as it was, and try to do something new with it to reach the community around us. And so that involved a lot of change, a lot of moving things around, and in the hopes of reaching a new people. And anytime you change things, and especially when you're touching things that are already good, it's really hard. It's really easy to change something if it's broken, because you're just going to fix it. Great, yes, please change it. If the seat's linking, you're going to want that to change. But if something's good and you want to change it to try to do something different, that can be hard and that can be painful. So that was a challenge. We went through a lot of change, and I've been through a lot of change too, and we've kind of been trying to figure this thing out together. And the other is we're doing things that are brand new to us, brand new to me, brand new to Calvary, and things that there's not a lot of people around that are trying to do either. It's very much kind of a new idea of trying to reach the people around us, but still maintain a sense of rootedness, that we have come from somewhere, and we're going to take where we have come from and bring it to a new place and not just cast it away.
Yeah. What have you learned?
I think the biggest thing that we've learned together is we're finding out what are the things within each of us, within even our humanity, that cry out to God, and where can we? I steal stuff from anybody that's got something good.
I know. I'm missing.
I hope no one watches. But if I don't care where it's from, how old it is. Sometimes I don't even care what denomination it's from. But if it is something that is going to draw us into worship, I'm going to steal that and try to bring it here so that we can deepen our understanding of what worship is, and so that everyone that enters this place, whether they've been at church their whole life, or if this is their very first time in the building, that they can try to connect with God in this place, that they can encounter the Father. And so that requires a bunch of things from a bunch of different places. And so we're kind of learning what those things are. And one of the ways that we've done that very recently is we've been looking at our choir and our orchestra, and looking at what are the things that they just blow out of the water. And so we were looking at plans for this year and for next year, and what we saw was around our holidays, like Christmas and Easter, is where we really see people not only interested in joining a choir or an orchestra, but also like that's when we see people in the community, like they're looking for, they want to go hear some Christmas carols. They want to go around Easter to see the majesty of the story portrayed in this kind of way. And so this year, instead of doing a lot of things, we've decided to really put all our eggs in one or two baskets around Christmas and Easter, and try to get as many people involved with those two things as possible, because we really want to see that flourish and grow, not just for us at Calvary to be able to use the gifts that we have here, but also to reach the community around us, because we think that around those times is when our community is really looking for something like that.
Yeah. So last question. As you dream about who you want us to be around worship, where we're going, share your vision, your dream, what you're hoping to see, what you're hoping us to grow into. Yeah,
the biggest thing that I want, and I would hope would be the desire of every leader that has a role like mine, would be that our church would worship together, that there would be unity around the person of Christ, that we would be able to take exactly who we are and exactly where we came from, and still hold on to those things, but find a rally point around Jesus and worship him together, and be able to worship in any way that is placed before us, because Jesus is the thing that we're really excited about and where we really want to be. And then, thank you. And then from there, as we develop this unity, this community of Christ followers that are worshiping together, that leaders would raise up within that community, and then they would go to places like the 1 o'clock Noor Service. We've already seen some leaders raising up there, and leaders for our Oakland campus, that this idea that we've found here together would be able to go out, because I think it is something that is unique in this day and age, and that has the opportunity to really set a fire amongst our community.
Bless you, buddy.